Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I thought I would share with you what happened just 1 month after getting my new horse. Let's get started.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, save me?
So as you all know, I had gotten Bella not long after Rio had died. So it was like, I think it was like 2 days after Rio died that I officially purchased Bella. So then we had an interesting month. It was great. I was learning and bonding and all this stuff. And then, as some of you know, I had to, at the end of January, also put down my 14-year-old dog, Zane. So January was a very hard month for me. It was also a very expensive month for me as far as vet bills and things like that. So then we went into February. Now, in February, I had seen Bella at the very beginning on a Sunday. She was good. We hung out. It was great. I was trying to get her into a routine of seeing me every day and knowing that if she came in, she got to eat a little something, not much because she's too fat, just enough grain so that she can have her supplement and understand that coming in is a good thing. So I come back on Monday and her left eye is completely swollen shut. And I'll show a picture right here. It was insane. It wasn't just like the lids were swollen. It was like just shut. And I was trying to look inside to see if I could see anything that had caused the issue. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I just had a vet bill. Now I'm sitting here watching this horse and I'm thinking, okay, there's a million things it could be. She could have gotten some grass stuck in her eye, down in there, could have swollen up. She could have hit her eye. So I wanted to give it 1 day. Just treat it, see how it was the next day. If there was no change, we were going to get the emergency vet out. But if there was some change, I was going to keep treating it and see how it turned out. So Tuesday morning, well, actually, let me back up for just a second. Monday night, I fixed her a stall. Then I went to spray her eye with, and I am not recommending this as any kind of medical professional. This is something I did. This is not something that I'm recommending to you, YouTube. This is just what I did. Colloidal silver is safe for humans, horses, and other animals. I sprayed colloidal silver into her eye. It works as an antibacterial, cleans out. If it was a wound, it would clean out and also, keep the wound clean and be an antibacterial. And also, because it was liquid form, it would also flush out anything that could have potentially been in there if it was not an eye injury, if it was something like grass or something like that. So sprayed it like crazy, stuck her in a stall overnight because I was really worried that she could potentially injure herself worse. But in reality, if she really wanted to injure her eye even worse, there was really nowhere I could put her that she wouldn't injure it. Anyway, fast forward, I come in early Tuesday morning because I gave her enough to last overnight. And when I came in, her eye was opening. And I'll actually put a picture right here. So huge improvement just overnight. So I thought, this is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and spray it more. Put a fly mask on so it kind of protects it. And she can go out in the pasture. She can see. She has stuff sprayed in it. And the fly mask will protect her. And then I'll come that evening, spray her again, take off the fly mask so she doesn't break her leg in the middle of the night because she won't be able to see because of that fly mask. It's a little bit too thick. In the dark, she wouldn't be able to see anything. Then Wednesday morning came. So that night I did that. I took it off, put more colloidal silver in, came out Wednesday morning, and sure enough, it looked even better. Now, this is the point that I noticed something very peculiar. There was a little teeny tiny itsy bitsy little opaque spot that was almost almost couldn't even tell that it was there. It was so tiny. And I thought, you know what that looks like? An injury. Because normally when they get injured on that eye, it makes this little opaque spot. And I can't even show it to you on here because it's so tiny, it wouldn't show up on the camera. And honestly, if I didn't know what I was looking for, you would not have even known it was there. So I was like, I'm going to keep treating her eye, but because I can see that, I would really prefer to go ahead and call the vet and at least get them to look at it. That was Wednesday morning. I called the vet Wednesday morning while I was there and just mentioned to them what I was thinking and what had happened and how I had in the past a horse that injured their eye, Buddy, and he injured it bad enough that we couldn't treat it in time so that it had to be removed. So I didn't want this to happen to my other horse. I'm like, you horses and your eyes, you're going to kill me. So the vet said they could come out Friday. So I decided that until Friday, I would just continue to treat it as I had. So morning, I would spray her eye, put on a fly mask, let her enjoy her day, come back that evening before it got dark, spray her eye again, take off her fly mask, and let her back out. So we get to Friday, the vet comes out. She's looking at her eye. Her eye literally, the only part that even kind of looked swollen was it was a little puffy underneath, but not even like swollen, just barely a little filled in. Her eye was looking better. The vet came out. They were like, okay, now which eye is it? That's how much better it had looked. It was like almost completely healed, but better safe than sorry. So they came out, they checked out her eye, they did the little test to see if there was anything they needed to worry about. She said, honestly, it's already healing up. It's already almost completely healed, but we're going to be safe, and I'm going to give you an ointment, give it to her twice a day over the weekend. She said over the next 5 days, twice a day, every day, over the next 5 days, and that way we just make for sure that she's good and she's not going to have any issues. She said it is very possible that she could just heal the rest of the way and doesn't need this ointment. But also, we could say that, not give her the ointment, and then something could happen. We don't 100% know, and eye injuries are just, we'd rather not take the chance. Which I personally didn't want to take the chance either. So I was more than willing to do this. So 1 month in to owning this horse, and she was already causing me to spend money. So she just wanted to be in the vet records as my horse, I think, and she was like, how can I do this before we have to do annual stuff? And she said, I got an idea. Let me smack my eye up against something. And that's what they believed it was. They believed it was some kind of trauma where she smacked her eye up against maybe a tree, maybe a branch. We just don't know. And that's what caused the little opaque spot. And again, it's so tiny you almost don't see it. And with horses, it will never fully heal. It will always look a little opaque. It'll always look slightly opaque, but you can't even tell unless you're looking for it. And I think even if I told someone, do you see that spot right there? Someone who doesn't know what horses like that looks like would just be like, I don't see anything. That's how tiny it is. Anyways, I just thought I'd update y'all on the fact that my new horse has already gotten into my veterinarian system, my folder, my profile, and I just thought I would share that. It was a very stressful beginning of the year, lots of things that were crazy, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the little update, and just letting you know the treatment that I used probably is the reason she ended up doing as well as she did. Just saying, I have used that specific thing for a lot of different things. Rio used to, in the springtime, when it would start, like all the pollen and stuff would get started, his eye would swell up a little bit, his left eye. I don't know what it is about the left eye, but his little left eye would swell up in the beginning of spring when all the pollen was going around, and I would spray it real good for a couple days, and it would go right down, and he'd be fine. So that stuff I have used for a lot of things. I've used it for wounds, used it for all kinds of stuff. It is amazing stuff. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!